Hey Miles, what's up? Oh, you got something for us? Alright, let's see what it is. Oh, cool, it's a new Switch controller. Oh, it's for me? Well, thank you so much. What's going on, everyone? Super Andrew 64 here. In today's video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the NYXI Joy-Pad RGB controller for the Nintendo Switch. I want to thank NYXI for sending me this to review. I'm going to go over the features, tell you what I like and dislike about this controller, and let you know if it's worth picking up. So let's swing right into the video, right, Miles? Here's a quick little overview of what comes in the box. It does come with instructions as well, but I lost them. I can't find them anywhere. Maybe I threw them out by accident, but that's okay. We don't need them for this. So you get the instructions, the box, a USB cable, the grip for the middle here, and the two controllers. So if they just separate like this, there we go. So essentially this is what you all get here. So let's look at the box quickly. So here's the controller. So you see it has RGB lighting on the side. I'll explain that a little later. Then on the side here, it just shows the features. So you got wireless, it's dual vibration, it's got the 6-axis, so motion control, gyroscope, and you can use it wired or in handheld mode. Then the side here, it just tells you how to activate the color switches. I'll go over that after. And on the back, pretty well the same. Packaging kind of got distressed a bit in transit, but that's okay. Everything came in one piece, so we're all good. So first thing I want to do is compare them with official Joy-Con controllers. So obviously these two are the official ones, and these two are the NYXI. The first big difference looking at them, the NYXI ones are a lot bigger. So if you just put it over, so if you can see, they're about, I would say 1.5 size of the original Joy-Con. And also the button placements are different, and also the stick placements are a little different. So if you see, the stick right here is a little diagonal to the face buttons, and on the Joy-Con, the official one, it's directly above. So when you're holding it, it's a little bit better of a grip there. And then looking on the side there, yep, they have the side button as well, so you can use these as single Joy-Con controllers. And then comparing the left one here, so the big difference again is the size, but this one actually has a D-pad, and this one just has the 4 buttons. So if you want to play like the NES games or the Super Nintendo games on the Switch or any side scrollers and you want to use a D-pad, this one has the D-pad. And then comparing the grips when you're using them wirelessly with the Joy-Con, obviously you have this thing right here, so you just slide them in. With the NYXI one, all it comes with is this plastic slab here. So what you do is just slide it in, and there you go. And you don't need the grip like a Joy-Con grip has, because it has the grips built in on the side. And here's a back profile of it. So as you can see, it has the extra 2 back buttons there. I'm going to go over these in a little bit. Before I get into the pros and cons, I'm going to show you this working on the Switch. So we're going to set it up. So here's my Switch right there. So I'm going to turn on the Switch once I get this off. Alright, so we'll go home, go to controllers. So change grip order just to show you guys. So I'm going to slide one in. So see, paired. There we go. So you see, it recognizes it as official Joy-Con controllers. So the Switch isn't going to reject them or anything like that. And they function just fine. So if I take them off, so if you see there, see, they're working. All buttons function normally. Let's go to the button control there. Test input devices. So you see there, we got everything works just fine. Got the side buttons, yep. Yeah, all good. So now we're going to get into the pros and cons. So I'm going to go over what I like and dislike about this controller. So the first pro I love about this, it has a very comfortable grip. When you're playing in handheld mode or even in this mode here, it feels so comfortable comparing it to the official Joy-Con here. When we play with the official Joy-Con in handheld mode, your hands feel kind of crammed. So I'm just going to do that right now quickly. So you see, my hands feel very crammed when I use the official Joy-Con on the Switch. It's not ideal, but when we use these controllers, this is so much better. It feels so much more comfortable. My hands aren't crammed in like that. I can reach the buttons very comfortably. Yeah, but everything works the way it should. So leading into my next point, these can be used in handheld mode or wireless mode. I just showed you guys working on the Nintendo Switch in handheld mode, but these are working wirelessly too. So the lights are on and everything. This would be probably a great alternative to that Hori, I can't remember the name, I think it's a Split Pad Pro, or you can only use it in handheld mode, but you can use this wirelessly too, so that's a big plus. Another thing I like about this controller, that it has most of the features of an official Joy-Con controller. Now you have your buttons, the motion controls, the rumble. There's one thing it is missing, and I'll get into that later on. So another big plus this has over official Joy-Con is the D-pad. Like I said before, if you want to play NES games or SNES games, or you're playing a side scroller and you want to use a D-pad, not this, they're not individual buttons like the Joy-Con right here. It's an actual D-pad, and it's actually pretty decent. I really don't mind this. I think this is well made. Doesn't feel very clicky. It's got just the right amount of push to it. So another feature I really like about this, and something that the official Joy-Con do not have, is these back buttons here. These back buttons can be mapped to any button on the controller. With that being said, you can only map the back button for the right one to the buttons on the right side, and same with the left side. This is how to set up the back button. So what you do is you hold the M button right there, and it's going to flash, and then you push which button you want to map. So I'm going to map the A button, which is Luigi's punch there. So you see, if I'm holding the bottom there, he's going to be punching. So then I can do my aerials like that. See, I'm not... Yep, there we go. And then so on the other side, same thing. So we'll map, so I use jump for the shoulder button, so we'll map jump to that. So M, and then we'll do ZL here. So you see, jumping, not... This would be really good if you're playing like a shooting game and you want to use it for like crouching or jumping without taking your hand off the controller here. So that would be a great alternative for those kind of games. Leading into that, it also has turbo, so these T buttons, what you do is you just hold it, and then you push the button you want to map to it. So right now I'm controlling Luigi, so we're going to show the turbo button in action. So what's going to happen, you flip it over, so you hold the T button there, and then you map which button you want, so I'm going to map B. So there we go. So when I hold down B, he should be doing it repeatedly. So see, so it saves me from going like this. Then with this down B too, see, he'll rise up. It saves me from doing that. See, I can't even do it that high. See if we go off stage. So that's basically how the turbo button works on this controller. And so we'll do the left side now. So we'll do the down taunt, which is the down on the D-pad. So again, hold the T button and then press this. So if I just hold it, he should keep doing it. And then another thing I like about this, there's two ways to charge this controller. Obviously you can hook it up to the Switch and put it in the dock and it'll charge it that way, or you can use USB-C. So it only includes one USB-C, but I'm sure you have lots of these lying around. So if you can't charge it on the Switch for whatever reason, you can just plug it in two USB cables and you're good to go. And then the last thing I really like about this controller is these RGB lights on the control sticks. They're so cool. I don't know if you can see, but if you move it around, so it kind of follows my where the stick is. So you can actually change the colors. So the way to do that is that you hold the T button on the back and then push down on the stick you want to change. So see, it changed to red. Let me try to. So see, it changed to red there. Got like a yellow, green, blue, a darker blue, purple, and then the rainbow one. So you can do that on both sides. So if you see right here, so you're changing, and you can make them brief too. So you double click on the stick. So what you do is you hold the T button, then double click on the stick. So you see, they're gonna be fading in and out. See, I love that feature. It's so cool, especially doing like late at night. So I'll turn off the lights. So if you see, they're fading in and out, which I think is so cool. Okay, I couldn't really sync them up, so we're just gonna leave it at that. Now for the cons. This first point doesn't really bother me that much, but it may bother some people, so I'll say it anyway. It has no NFC support, so if you're trying to use an amiibo with this, it's not going to work. No NFC support whatsoever. And my second little gripe with this, I mentioned this earlier, but it only comes with one USB-C cable. It shouldn't be a big deal. Probably have lots of these lying around, so I don't think this really would bother a lot of people, but I feel like they should include another one, or just don't include them at all. Just use the USB-C as like a charging alternative, but the main way of charging I do is just putting it on the Switch. And another little gripe I have with this is using this in single Joy-Con mode is not very comfortable. This grip feels kind of weird. It's just bulging out. I actually prefer, if I ever need to, which I rarely do, I'll just use this for single Joy-Con mode play. Again, I don't really think this is very comfortable to use in single Joy-Con mode. And then something else I've mentioned earlier too is that the back buttons cannot be mapped to the opposite side of the controller. So say you want to map the B button to the left side back button, you can't do that. It won't work. It only works on the controller that they're on. And the last thing is, it may be a little difficult to charge these with a Joy-Con, like standalone Joy-Con charger. I use this one to charge my Joy-Cons mainly, but as you can see, when I plug it in here, so let's get the power going. So I try to put it down. So it does charge when it's going red, but once I put it down, see, it's not going to work because they're a little bit longer than the traditional Joy-Con, and as you can see, it goes a little lower than the charger, so it pushes it back up as soon as I put it down. So I could mitigate this by just, I don't know, putting maybe something like this length on the bottom here, but again, charging these, mainly I would use it just charging it on the Nintendo Switch directly. Now I'm going to do some gameplay and show you the controller in action, and then I'll tell you whether to pick this up or not. Alright, so I'm going to show you the controller in action now. I'm going to be playing some quick play on Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I've been playing a ton of Incineroar lately, and I've actually been using this controller a lot with him, so I think it's fitting that we use him in this video here. So let me just change to red for Incineroar. There we go, so that's one red. Oh, they're both, no, I think this one's breathing. So let me just change that. Okay, there we go. So we got red for Incineroar. Let's go play. Hopefully I can win this match. Get him back into Elite Smash, because I played a few last night and got dropped out of Elite Smash. So here we go. Alright, here we go. Oh boy, a Kirby. If he swallows my ability, that's going to be really good for him. Here we do a back throw. So if you guys guessed it, I love this controller. I'm probably going to use this when I play handheld mode exclusively, because the Joy-Con, they're not that comfortable when using in handheld modes. I will leave a link in the description below to where you can get it. Thank you again to NYXI for sending this me to review. You can use my code SuperAndrew64 to save 10% on any product on their website as well. I apologize for how long it took to get out. Just been really busy with work lately, and let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you'll be getting this, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you like what you saw, and this is SuperAndrew64 signing off. And have yourselves a one-up day, and I'll see you all in the next video. He's trying to do the suck me down there.